souls, welcome again to my channel. I'm so excited to start another video today. Today I'm going to talk about many topics, but the most important one I'm going to mention is why it's so important to combine energy practices, alternative, medicine and energetic approaches to heal from narcissistic abuse. And I'm going to explain why in a bit, but I really want to stay focused on this video, okay? So, if you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome. Some of you know me already as Elisaveta, but some of you also know me as Elisa Pleiadian, especially on contact and our social media. But this channel is all about not only spirituality, but also mental health, fully healing from abuse on a quantum level, body, mind, and soul. And also we discuss lots of topics more on spirituality, metaphysics, emotions, star seeds, aliens, and so much more. So if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe and like this video for more content. I would start by saying that today in this society nowadays in the 21st century, I think it's a bit, outdated. The fact that we use only like some people use Western approaches only, and even though we already started using like Western Eastern medicine, energetic approaches more focused on the emotions, I truly believe that going only for the Western approach, for more the scientific proven one, is not like results based approach. And the reason why is because the Western approach, taking medication, pills, it only focuses on the symptoms basically. The Western approach only focuses on getting rid of the symptoms, and that's it. Just getting rid of the symptoms. But then find is people usually just go back again to the same symptoms because the root cause of this specific illness, disease, or just condition is not healed yet. So if you're here and you know this already, it's good. But if you're new, you should know this already. We should focus more on the root cause of the disease, because usually every illness, every disease, every condition, they are related to a specific emotion that is not properly healed and processed. Let's say trauma. The reason we have so many chronic diseases and so many, let's say, autoimmune diseases or things like that is because we're living on flight or fight mode, which is basically the same as alert or survivor mode. Because our nervous system, and not only our nervous system, but also our emotions, our energy, and I'm going to talk about this in a second, but because all our system is so messed up, our body now, like the last step, many of us think that diseases, physical diseases is just the first step, that something is wrong. But the physical disease or illness is actually the last step, that our body, our soul, they are telling us, hey, just pay attention to this because you've obviously been ignoring yourself lately. Okay? So I'm telling you, the way you actually heal stuff is by paying attention to your emotions and by paying attention to your energy. And relating abuse, because we are all so traumatized. We'll go from flight or fight mode and then we develop these illnesses. The reason is trauma. Like our collective, everyone is so traumatized. They can be very degrees, let's say, of trauma. It can be like big trauma, which is like mental, psychological, even physical abuse for years. Also sexual abuse as well, like all types of abuse that really they are really invisible because not many people see them unless you actually talk about them. But it's not like physical bruises, but it's still there, and it's actually more, let's say, dangerous to you because you feel it like every day, and it's mental torture to feel this. So because we're all so deeply traumatized, we have to actually heal this root cause. The root cause is the trauma, the emotional trauma that we have. And now we're going to talk about more on the energetic sense of the trauma, because many of us believe in this Western ideology that trauma is actually something mental that goes from our brain. And it can be related in a way with anxiety, intrusive thoughts. But trauma is actually also stored in the body and in the energy field in the DNA, because trauma usually is a generational thing. And why you should heal your trauma now that we are in this video is because by healing your trauma, you also heal the cycle of generational, not only trauma, but also abuse that has been going in your family lineage. And maybe you're here and you say, hey, but there's no trauma in my family. Like, everyone is okay. We all get on well, very well, and we are all best friends and things like that. But trauma can be, very little, like the way you are anxious about something or you are insecure about your body. It can be this little, and it not only is your, let's say, your family's fault, it can also be society, like society expectations and pressure. The way, for example, women, we have special expectations and pressures to maintaining society, but not only women, also men. So it's the way you're insecure about your body. It's the way you are insecure about being yourself, because you have fear of people judging you and people not accepting you. This is like trauma in a collective. Like, this is basically everywhere, except in societies or communities that people are more connected to Mother Earth, to nature, and to their human, to their bodies, to their physical bodies and their emotions. Why? Because they allow their emotions, they allow the energy to be processed in a healthy manner and not just bottle it down and just basically numb themselves and ignore themselves, because society, like, you have to be constantly working and you have to ignore your emotions because you're a man, or like, boys don't cry, or like women have to work at the house or stuff like that. There's misconceptions and these expectations of society of each gender. So because of this, we have to actually bottle up everything. And yeah, and that's how we have sort of blocked energy, and that's how diseases are formed. And talking about stored energy, I just wanted to also mention that, especially in psychological abuse, especially narcissistic abuse, if you're here on the channel, you know that I like to talk a lot about narcissistic abuse and how to heal it on a quantum level, body, mind, and soul. And the importance of healing narcissistic abuse through other alternative practices, that the Western side haven't really acknowledged or, accepted yet, is because not only you heal through the root cause, like you actually release all the stored energies and all the stored blocked emotions, which has actually helped a lot with my clients. Like, they usually come to me when they have like lots of blocked energy, and they want to cry but they actually feel numb. And after we have like a psychic surgery session, they just, oh my god, they start crying, they start smiling, they feel mental clarity again. That's why you have to focus on energy healing, for example. And also, I notice a lot that with energy healing, both narcissistic abuse survivors and narcissists, they have plenty of dirt, shit in their aura and their energy field. And this is because when you have a low vibrational frequency, this means that you are on emotions for like sadness, depression, apathy, like you don't want to do anything, or you're angry, resentful, or like you hate people. stuff like that for long periods of time, you grow weak, your vibrational frequency lowers, and you are more susceptible for entity attacks, for astral parasites, energetic implants to just get into your aura and keep feeding off your energy, your life force, and actually weaken you. This is what happens. So I had plenty of people come to me with disaster parasites, especially obviously survivors, abuse survivors. And what we did with the energy healing sessions with the psychic surgery, for example, we just got all the stuff that was in their aura, in their energy field. And this stuff can also be um, it can be channeled in a way as psychological mental condition illness. This can be, for example, schizophrenia, but not in all cases, like it depends. But usually schizophrenia is an entity attack. Like, it's what I experience with people, because we had psychic surgery sessions, and also I had to do like exorcisms. It doesn't work in a way that you imagine, like in religions. I do it in another way. But when we remove the entity, when we remove this astral parasite, the person stopped hearing voices. And this can be sound crazy, because when you're diagnosed as schizophrenic, when you have that, you are prescribed some pills and medication, and you say, hey, you are told like, hey, you need to take this for the rest of your life, to control yourself. But I'm here to tell you that you actually have another solution that can be long term, that can actually work. And a bit of a disclaimer here, in no way or form I'm telling you to stop taking your medication, okay? This technique, this approach that I use, this method, is basically combining the Western and the Eastern approach. So if you're taking medication, please keep taking that until the doctor tells you that it's enough, or like, okay, unless it's really something serious. Trust your gut, your intuition, but never stop taking your medication, like if you are in serious cases. But I'm telling you that if you actually want to go deeper and to actually heal what you're suffering from, see the lesson behind it, and actually focus on healing on your energy and your emotions first. And actually clean your aura and your energy field, because I'm sure that in plenty of cases, when you're suffering from anxiety, when you're depressed, when you have stuff like that, like you're low on energy, your aura and your energy field is quite polluted. It's quite dirty. So, if you watched till this point and you found the content of the video valuable, consider liking the video and subscribing for more on mental health, spirituality, metaphysics, and abuse recovery. And just know that if you're struggling through some health condition or issue, there's always a solution. You just have to find the right tools that work for you and use them almost like instantly, apply them into your life, because we already got all the approaches and all the modalities possible. So that's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye.